In this video, we are going to learn third point. This keyword, you can see the parenthesis, is used to invoke current class constructor. And the important point to remember is, call to this should be the first statement in the code inside the constructor. So let us write a program for this. This program demonstrates that this invokes current class constructor. We have a class named employee. We have 4 instance variables. EID and phone are of type integer, and instance variable name and address, that is ADDR, are of type string. We have a default constructor. We have parameterized constructor having parameters int, string. We have one more parameterized constructor having 4 parameters in the sequence of data types int, string, and we have toString method. Class thisDemo contains main method. Execution starts from here. The first statement is object creation. We are creating object E of type employee. Employee E equal to new employee, and we are passing 4 arguments in a sequence of data types int, string. So as soon as the object is created, memory is allocated to the object. Reference variable E is created on the stack and object is created on the heap, and call to the parameterized constructor is given implicitly. We are passing 4 arguments in a sequence of data types int, string. So interpreter will search for the matching constructor which has this sequence of data types, and the control of the program will go to that particular constructor. So the control comes to this constructor. So the control comes to the parameterized constructor having 4 parameters in a given sequence of data types. The first argument 1 of type int is stored in this first local variable of type int, hence EID equal to 1. The second string Mira is passed to this second parameter of type string, hence value of this local variable name is equal to Mira. The third argument int is passed to this local variable named phone of type int, and a value is assigned to it. And the fourth argument Mumbai is passed to the fourth parameter which is of type string, and a value is assigned to it, ADDR equal to Mumbai. So when this whole statement is executed, memory is allocated to the local variables EID, name, phone and ADDR belonging to the constructor employee having 4 parameters in a sequence of data type int, string. So inside the stack memory area, there will be a memory section reserved for local variables of this particular constructor, and the memory is allocated to local variable EID, and value 1 is assigned to it, which we are getting from the object. Memory is allocated to local variable name, and value Mira is assigned to it. Memory is assigned to local variable phone, and memory is assigned to local variable ADDR, and the values are assigned to it. Once the memory allocation for the local variables of the constructor is done, the control comes inside the constructor and the code inside the constructor is executed. Now look at this first statement very carefully. We have written this parenthesis and we are passing 2 arguments inside it. What is the use of this? This invokes current class constructor. So what does this statement mean? It means that it will give a call to the constructor of the same class. Now what arguments are we passing? EID and name. So this local variable EID and local variable name we are passing inside this. EID is of type int and name is of type string. So what interpreter will do? Interpreter will understand that this is a constructor call. And to which constructor are we calling? A constructor having 2 parameters, first of type int and second of type string. So interpreter will search in your class whether there is a constructor having 2 parameters, first of type int and second of type string. And the control of the program will go to that particular constructor. So from here, the control of the program will go to the constructor over here. And what are we passing? EID. What is the value for EID? EID is 1. So this local variable will be assigned to value 1. And the second argument we are passing is name. What is name? Name is having value Mira. So this string is passed to the local variable of this constructor. Hence name equal to Mira. This constructor is of type 4 parameters and this one is of type 2 parameters. So when the control of the program comes to this constructor and values are assigned to the local variables, memory allocation for these local variables will happen. So inside the stack, there will be a memory section reserved for constructor having 2 parameters, first of type int and second string. And the local variables belonging to this constructor will have their separate memory. Hence, this EID belonging to this constructor, memory for EID is reserved over here and value 1 is assigned to it. And the local variable name belonging to this particular constructor, memory for this variable is reserved over here and it has value Mira. So now you have to understand one thing. The local variable names are same. You can take different names also. I have taken same names, but the variables are different. These local variables, this EID and this name belongs to this particular constructor. It has different memory on the stack. And the local variables EID and name belonging to this constructor has a different memory section on the stack. So once the memory allocation happens to these local variables, the code inside the constructor executes. The first statement we are writing is this.eid. So when interpreter reads this.eid, it understands that it is an instance variable because it is invoked on this equal to EID. We are assigning value of local variable EID to instance variable EID. So we are assigning 1 to this instance variable EID. Hence, inside the object, instance variable EID will have its value 1. Next statement, this.name equal to name. So when the interpreter reads this.name, it understands that this name is an instance variable name, which is assigned value of the local variable name, that is Mira. So inside the object's memory, instance variable name will have its value Mira. Now after this block of code is executed, the memory reserved for these local variables EID and name belonging to this particular constructor is released from the stack. So your memory is released and the control goes back and the next line executed is this.phone. So instance variable phone is equal to local variable phone. Value of local variable phone is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hence, instance variable phone will be assigned this value. Next statement is this.addr. Instance variable addr is equal to local variable addr. Local variable addr is having value Mumbai. Hence, inside the object, instance variable addr will have its value Mumbai. Now this block of code is executed. The object is initialized with its data and control will go back and the next statement is executed. Here we are printing the object E. Control of the program goes to toString method and a string is written back. Employee ID equal to EID will retrieve the value of instance variable EID, that is 1. A new line is added to the output. Employee name equal to, this is a string, name. Instance variable name will retrieve its value. Again a new line is added to the output. This string is written back as it is. Instance variable phone will retrieve its value. Again a new line is added to the output. Address equal to this string is written and instance variable addr will retrieve its value. So this whole string is written back to system.out.println method and it is printed. One important point to remember, call to this must be the first statement in the code inside the constructor. If you write this particular statement on the second line or below, you will get an error. So this is how we invoke current class constructor by using this keyword.